Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Dr. Amany Hawla, writer and head of an NGO. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, Dr. Hawla, how did you follow the importance of the conference, the 35th edition of the Endowment Conference, headed or titled the Egyptian, the women, and raising, building awareness, and also would like to shed light on the women empowerment in this, as it was discussed in this conference?
Of course, it is a very big step towards telling the whole world Islam is not against women, is not dealing with women as a second-class person. We are here to say that women are equal to men according to the needs of the society. So it's a very important step to prove that and to let all the world understand the real Islam.
Yes. So, Dr. Hawla, also the conference discussed the freedom of the women in Islam, and also the woman as a preacher. So, how did you also see this? What's your comment on this important thing?
Of course, we need to at first meet more than 100 ministers and many muftis and a lot of scholars participating in this conference. They are a messenger of their countries, which some rural areas unfortunately deal with women in a very wrong way, and they don't understand the real principles of Islam. This message is a very strong one to correct the image and to make everybody, even the people who are involved in da'wah and giving people lectures, understand the message.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Hawla, still in the same point, because it was the main point of the conference, freedom of the women in Islam, as the conference stressed that the women in Islam, or the women as a mother, is a role model for all the women in the world, and that Islam has given the freedom of women, and unlike what rumors says that Islam is not giving the freedom to women, or rejecting the work of women, because, for example, if we can raise an example, Sayyida Khadija was working in trade. So if you could like to elaborate more on this point.
Of course, there is intended distortion of the real ideas about women in Islam, minimizing the whole problem in enforcing her to wear hijab, or minimizing her freedom, or insulting her. All this wrong and intended bad image about how Islam is dealing with women is being completely removed from only the name or the message of this conference, which is a very huge and very big one. People in many countries are watching and will be delivered the message to them.
Yes. Also, the conference discussed everything. For example, the inheritance in the women when she inherits in Islam, because some says that the men inherits more than the women, but in some cases in Islam, the girl inherits more than, for example, if a girl, her father dies, she inherits more than her grandfather. So also, could you shed light on this important point, please?
We have to confess that even some other religions are respecting the still put by the Islamic rules dealing with most of the social and economic issues we discovered every day that many of the commercial or economic principles are similar to that have been issued by Islam from more than 1,000 years ago.
Yes.
So part of what you are talking about is part of it, including the idea of how Islam is dealing with women as with some kind of support, because men supposed to support the woman and help her, not insult or take her rights.
Yes. The conference have gathered a large number of participants, among them 100 public figures and very important Islamic and religious figures from more than 60 countries around the world. How do you see the importance of this gathering in exchanging point of views and coming out with a very good outcome or recommendations for the women empowerment?
Of course, it is a very courage and a big step towards making the whole world understand the real Islam. And even some Muslims, unfortunately, they don't understand the religion in the right way, and they are trying to get the best benefits for themselves, even if it's against Islam. For example, in some rural areas, especially in Upper Egypt, still families refuse to give the inheritance to the girls because they don't want the land to be distributed to others, which is against the religion, against the being fair towards the offspring. So it is a strong message to non-Muslims and even to Muslims to understand the real Islam.
Yes. So, Dr. Hawla, you are head of an NGO. Give us an idea from your experience how the Egyptian woman was able to serve her society, because that was one of the topics also discussed in this conference, the women serving the society, building the family, and the role the woman plays and also in her society and providing help for her family.
Of course, we have to recognize that the parallel line between increasing the development and having a great civilization and the role of women. You will never find a nation having a great civilization ignoring the women or trying to minimize her role. Starting from the ancient Egyptian up to the recent citizens or civilizations. So the same message is being delivered through this conference to make people understand how much is women are playing great roles, especially actually Egyptian women are really hidden hero, trying to help her families, supporting them economically, giving her husband all the support emotionally and financially, and taking care of the kids all the time. Actually, she's a hero, and I hope she will being appreciated for what she is doing.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Dr. Amany Hawla, writer and head of an NGO. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.